Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, May 3rd, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I appreciate the liberation of change. And today we are in our second revolution evolution day of Sun in Taurus. And today we have the Sun in Taurus at 13 degrees connecting to Jupiter retrograde in Virgo at 13 degrees. So part of this shift is really happening in our physical and in our everyday lives. And it's so interesting because we keep talking about this, but it's so relevant. We have all this retrograde energy going on, taking us deeper within. And we have a tendency as humans, all of us do this. We look for change on the outside. We look for change in our environment. It's like we work out and then we jump on the scale and look in the mirror and like, did I lose 20 pounds? Can we see the evident change? And this energy is saying, hey, this change is happening. The liberation, the shift is happening within you, and it's not going to be apparent all at once. It's not going to be like just bam, magical moment, everything's wonderful now. So really appreciate the process and the liberation energy that's happening for you as we're all going through these shifts, and really take it in yourself, in your physicality, and feel through it there for this process today, for this revolution evolution day. We have the moon shifting into Aries relatively early in the morning, midday, depending where you're at. And the moon in Aries may give us, again, that charge. It also may give us that energy of impatience, especially with the moon connecting to Mars, which is still retrograde, later in the day. So that's when we may hit that moment, I imagine, a foot stomp of impatience, like, I just want it now. And the universe is reminding us, again, take it back internally, relax where you're at, and try to make it feel as good as possible where you're at. You're going through these shifts. We're all going through these shifts. Nobody is alone in this feeling offness, this wonkiness that's going on. But if you can relax into where you're at, chill out, and make the best of it, that's your best bet for this energy. I do want to mention, too, that among this energy, we have Mercury at 22 degrees, the Sun at 13 degrees, Jupiter at 13 degrees, and Venus at 4 degrees. So we have a lot of shift energy in ourselves. And these shift energies, this is that energy where you have a button and the universe is like, I'm going to press that button over and over and over again. Recognize that those triggers, that button being pushed over and over again, is a call to change. That's where you're resisting the change. That's where you're resisting relaxing into what is. I love what Deepak Chopra says about stress. And stress is when our basic needs are not being met. So if you're feeling that stress, if you're feeling that tension, if you're feeling that button being pushed over and over again, that's a call to you to take it back into your internal self and be like, wait, where am I not meeting a need of my own right now? And how can I step up and show up for myself in this? I also want to mention that we got Lilith at 11 degrees in Scorpio, trining Neptune at 11 degrees in Pisces. So there may be a little uncaging going on in this energy as well. Uncaging of your wild. Your wild is part of your self-mastery. It is part of your soul mastery. So honor that wild calling that's coming from deep within. So the cards for today. Where am I going to start? I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with the reverse cards. I almost called them the retrograde cards. I've got Master reversed and Maturity reversed. So we're not there. We're in process. We're getting there, but we're in process. What process are we in? Transformation. I mean, these cards are so self-evident. But part of that transformation process is that process of isolation. Again, we are seeds. It's that saying, I love it. They buried us, but they didn't know that we were seeds. If you're feeling this isolation energy, it's okay. All of us need that alone time, that downtime, the time with ourselves to connect to ourselves, to come into this energy of flowering. We are seeds. We're going to bloom. We're going to flower. So if you're feeling this, again, relax into it. Relax into the fertileness of aloneness. Relax into the fertileness of your own energy so that you really can flower. We're building to a new moon coming on Friday this week in Taurus, a very fertile new moon. So relax into it. Everything's working out for you. You are not the only one in this. We're all going through this to some level. And appreciate the liberation that this change, these shifts, those triggers are bringing you. So that's it for today. Have a beautiful day. Book a reading if you want to dive in deeper in your own chart. And I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.